Hi guys, it's Chris back in the cider shed, wet cider shed, well dry in here, but you might be able to hear the pitter-patter of raindrops on my roof. It's quite nice actually, quite relaxing, better than the sound of screaming kids, which is in the house. So yeah, I'll take this any day. Right, so let's carry on with our tasting of Monnow Valley Perries / ciders. So we've had a Betty Prosser, we've had a Kingston Black. Today it's another perry, it's a medium perry, and the varietal is Oldfield. And actually, the last tasting we did a Watkins cider, a perry, pardon me, and that was an Oldfield as well. This one, well, I expect it's going to be a little bit different. It says medium on here. I think the Watkins is probably going to be a bit sweeter. The Watkin family do like their ciders sweeter. They have sweet tooth, I think, as do I, so that's fine. But as we've said many times, it's down to the palate of the cider maker, basically. So what's medium sweet or dry? There's no official sugar content that markets, demarcates. Is that right? Which is which? So yeah, let's try it. Let's see how sweet Kevin's tooth is. But not too sweet, I don't imagine. Let's open this up. Some cheese again, some more of the Marechal, some more of that Swiss cheese that we had with the Kingston Black, and I said it might go with something a little bit drier, so we're going to try it with this perry. So this is unfiltered, bottle conditioned, pet nap, I believe all this stuff is. Poured a bit too much in the glass there, never mind. So it is quite still actually, that one, quite still. Does it say sparkling or still in it? Medium, single, bottle conditioned, whole juice. Done say December 2019. This was pressed. Yeah, that's good to go. So quite light in colour. But again, that's true of most perries. The Betty Prosser is actually quite dark perry. The Oldfield was super light, the one we had yesterday. So yeah, so this has got a little bit more colour than the Watkin, but still pretty light. I would say almost like a lemon water colour. Very, very, very pale gold, I want to say that is. Okay, let's give it a sniff. Can't really swirl it because I've poured too much in it. Oh well. Well, the hint of pear on there. Hint of acidity possibly as well. It's quite delicate nose. Floral pear sort of thing, I think. Tricky because I can't swirl it. And swirling it isn't just for show, it actually does get the aromatics around the glass. And we're having these tasting glasses, so then the aromatics get channeled by this tapered glass up our noses rather than the side of our heads. Yeah, I'm going to a very gentle, subtle, floral kind of pear element on the nose. That's what I'm going to say. Let's try it. Oh, ooh. So this is still. There has been no bottle conditioning. Don't mind that. Doesn't bother me. However, I think Kevin intended it to have some sparkle. It doesn't. To be honest, I still think it's delicious. After one mouthful, I think that is delicious. And we'll just have another sniff. Can I get some aromatics of it? Yeah, that's better. That's better. Yes, there's almost like there's a sort of lemony citric element to it. It's going to be lactic probably, but that's what I'm getting. But yeah, that lovely floral pear, pear element. Sorry, coughing still. Maybe sort of hint of pear skin or something like that. Something green about it as well. But yeah, the overriding thing is that kind of slightly floral pear element, I think, on the palate. So, not as sweet as the Watkins as we expected. And it's actually it's on the drier end of medium, this. I mean, if people used to drink commercial cider, they might say this was dry. It isn't, by any stretch of the imagination, but they might say it was. Nice acidity, nice mouth-watering acidity, bordering on a sort of lime, I want to say. Gooseberry lime, almost kind of thing going on. Bordering on sherbety, but not quite. Well, I love the sherbet when you get that kind of sherbety acidity. It's fantastic. I love it. But man, I wish this had some bubbles as well. But it's pretty darn good nonetheless. The Oldfield we had yesterday from Watkins was still, and it was intended to be still, so it's totally valid. It's just I don't think it's what Kevin intended. Yeah, nice nose. Yeah, kind of green gagey sort of thing on the nose as well. Also got quite a lot of viscosity. 7%. You know, so it's getting up there. Nice viscosity. It feels like almost thick on your tongue. You feel, you know, it's viscous. It is. That's really nice. God, this would have been amazing with bubbles. It's pretty darn good though. Pretty darn good. This is really good. I really like it. I really like it. Just the right balance of sweetness. I mean, you wouldn't even call it sweet, but it's just there. Just balances that acidity a bit. Great mouthfeel. But yeah, would have been good if it had a bit of sparkle to it. But no matter, it doesn't matter. It's still bloody good. If it said still on it, I wouldn't have thought twice about recommending it. Okay, so here's our Marechal, our Swiss mountain cheese, born of the Gruyere family, really. There was very strict controls about what you could make in Switzerland. There were like cartels around all the cheese making. You could only make a few cheeses: Gruyere, Emmental, a couple of others. And then those cartels got broken up, and then people could start making whatever they like. So people started experimenting, making things which, like Marechal, which is influenced by hard cheese making, by cooked curd cheeses, by Alpine style cheeses, but it's something different. It's not strictly a Gruyere recipe, as they would have thought of as a Gruyere recipe. It's smaller for starters. I think it's about, how many kilos is it? Maybe 10 kilos, something like that. Whereas a Gruyere, you're looking like 35 kilos. So it's like a baby cheese, if you like. So let's try it. Let's try it with our Perry. It's quite fatty. Bubbles are good with fat. I've said that before. Scrubs your palate, gets the fats off. It's great. But let's see how this goes. Again, brothy roast chicken / roast pork character. I think a sort of egg white, proteiny character in there as well. God, I love this cheese. Great. Yeah. Oh yeah, that is a good pairing. Damn, I wish it was fizzy. I wish it was fizzy. Nice. Acidity, balances the acidity in this. Hint of sugar, or sorbitol, sweetness, whatever you want to call it. Balances with the salt in this. Yeah. That was better than the Kingston Black. That works better than the Kingston Black. It's just a better all-round package. Acidity balances better. Sweetness balances with the salt better. Really good. If it was fizzy, if it was scrubbing my palate, bingo. Brilliant it would be. But that is a good pairing. Good pairing. I'm liking Kevin's stuff. I'm liking Monnow Valley stuff. Okay, so there you go. Medium Perry, made from Oldfield, Marechal, 7%, bottle conditioned, yeah. Whole juice from December 2019. Cool. Alright guys, thanks for joining me again. I'll be back with some more Monnow Valley tomorrow. And yeah, we'll continue our journey through Monnow Valley's selection. Alright, cool. Thank you for joining me, and until the next time, cheers.